All right, the meat. There's some big stories coming out of this. The thing I liked about GCW this weekend, they had a lot of story this weekend, I felt like, more so than maybe other shows.
Yeah, no, very much so, man. Just starting with the first night, I mean, we had that beautiful match with Mox and Effy, and none other than the motherfucking man himself, Nick Gage, came out to challenge Mox. I mean, great build-up. Obviously, Mox said, "You want this belt? You're gonna have to put your career on the line, bro." And yeah, man, that's gonna be a fucking banger of a collision when it happens, man.
Oh my god, dude! Like, and that's the number one topic I want to get into on the meet is Mox and Nick Gage. Now,
yes,
we got title versus career.
Whew.
We're going to talk about who's going to win, who we think will win, what the stakes are, the booking of it all. But before we dive into it, I do have the promo.
Ooh.
When Mox and Gage go at it. And I think we set it off with this, and then we'll talk about it, because this was some epic shit, man, in the GCW world.
Yeah, no, you're talking the biggest confrontation that I think you possibly could have had this year in GCW. And I know we've been beating around like this guy's going to get it, this guy's going to get it, but this is where the fucking madness begins, man. This is going to be
so man. I can't wait. So check this out, guys. It's the promo between Mox and MFK's own Nick Gage.
Listen. Seriously. I have accomplished everything I want in this fucking business. I have traveled around the world doing my passion, professional wrestling. I put deathmatch wrestling on motherfucking national TV. And these letters right here, GCW, I'm the motherfucker who put it on the fucking map. But like I always tell you motherfuckers, I'd rather die in this fucking ring or someone puts a bullet in my fucking head. So I got some motherfucking unfinished business with you, John Moxley, and my World GCW fucking title. So either I win that title or you put a bullet in my fucking brain.
I love my dog. He's 6 years old. He's probably got another 4 or 5 years left in him. He's not moving around too well. And when he's in too much pain, and it's too painful for him to walk around and live a happy life, I'm gonna take him and I'm gonna put him down because I love him. And it was 1 year ago, I tried to put you down like a dog. Because I love you. And your body got the message, but your brain didn't get the message. You want another shot, Nikki? I'll give you one last shot. Because I feel like you deserve it. Because all this year, I've been looking at the photos people send to me, you in the gym, and it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good when you're doing good, and your life is good, and you're happy, and you're healthy. But if you think you can beat me on your best day, you're fucking delusional. It's gonna be title versus your career.
Title versus career.
Those are the steps. Will the king accept?
fucking damn right I accept that shit.
Woo!
Man, both sides coming strong. What'd you think of that, Mike?
I fucking loved the whole vibe of the whole thing. I love Mox. You know, my dog is about 15 years old. Yeah. It's like, but I'm gonna put him down, man. It's awesome, man. It's so telling, so rich in what these two have gone through together, especially not just in the last year, but I mean, Mox has been running around with this title for literally almost a year. We're
and they've got history from Mox's early CZW day. They had matches back in those days.
No, absolutely. So, I mean, you can't ask for a better feud, right? Like, this is going to be a blood feud. And I'm fucking so here for it, man.
It's epic, man. And putting the title on the line takes it to another level. Or not the title. Putting the career on the line is what I meant to say.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Both ways. I mean, what a good stipulation for this match. You feel, I mean, we've seen the tweets from Brett. We've seen all the stuff going into it. Gage is on the last leg of his career.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, you never know what could happen, man. What do you think's going to happen?
Dude, it's one of those, like, pick'ems for me, because on one hand, like, I'm playing it out in my head. It would make sense for Gage to be the guy to take it off of Mox. You keep this just... He's the one guy that I totally buy in that company of, like, yeah, the legend continues. You know what I mean? Like, that type of vibe. And Mox goes off to do his thing strictly in AEW from a title front. Yeah. But then on the other side, Nick Gage has been talking about maybe his time's up. Maybe he's going to step into a commentary role. So it's one of those situations where I'm like, maybe Gage steps away, and this is just another notch on this epic Mox GCW title reign.
Yeah. No, listen, man, it could go either way. I think Nick Gage looked the best this weekend, shape-wise, health-wise, that I think we've seen him probably in the last year.
Since this time last year when he was tied up with Cardona and stuff, I feel like he's getting back to that form.
Yeah, he stopped using the pizza cutter at home, and he's only using it in the ring, you know?
He's in the gym a little more.
Yeah, and like that was another thing that Mox kind of hit up on. He's like, see you happy, see you living your best life. It's the best, man. But I'm going to fucking take you out. I think that was more hype on a pro wrestling angle that we've seen in a long time. A very well-needed, refreshing thing. Like, even in AEW, WWE, you don't have that seriousness to it, right? You know, and this is like two wolves fucking on the chain, ready to go at each other and just rip each other apart. Oh, fuck, man! And the
angle, I love the angle the angle Mox is taking in this storyline, because he could easily just be like aggressive, fight fire with fire, but he's taking the, you know, I love my dog, but sometimes, you know, when he's in pain and he can't do it anymore, you got to put the dog down. He's coming at it from a, like, I love you, man, but it's time for you to hang it up. And if I got to be that guy to do it, so be it. And Mox and Gage is just the complete opposite. He's talking so much mad shit.
Of course I fucking will.
Right. So you're expecting Mox to match that energy, and I love that he's not.
Yeah. No, Mox has got this, like, very serious, listen, old man, it's time to put it down.
Yeah, it's great.
Nick Gage is just like, fuck you, dog. I'm going to fucking do what I want. And you're like,
he's the rabid dog.
Man. Yeah.
He's the rabid dog.
Such good storytelling, man. Like I said, it was refreshing. Like, I was fucking sitting here, I had chills on my arm. I was ready to roll as I was watching. I was like, yes. I was like, this is what we needed. And wrestling's missing some intense shit like this right now. And not shitting on anybody, but a lot of goofy stuff going on, all the other companies out there. So this was a breath of fresh air this weekend.
It felt like just genuine, authentic, great shit, man. This is GCW when they're at their best with this weekend was full of the best of what GCW brings.
Yeah.
When they're firing on all cylinders. We had a little bit of everything, and that was a big thing. The title versus career. Gun to head, if I had to pick, I think Nick Gage wins the belt. If I had to, but I think the riskier move, the more ballsy move is, of course, to retire Nick Gage and the reign continues.
I mean, it could happen. Gun to head, I'm right there with you. I think this is going to be the end of Mox's nice year-long run. And it's very fitting. But also at the same time, it could go the other way. I mean, Gage, as good as Nick Gage looks, he does not look like, 26-year-old Blake Christian.
Yeah, and that's the hallmark of great storytelling. The fact that you think it's going to go one way, but it's totally plausible that it could go the other. So that's the best way to be going into a storyline.
Yeah, and who's to say anything? Nick Gage can come out of retirement 8 or 9 times like all the greats do.
Yeah, exactly. Ric Flair once. Ric Flair's like, I wish I wouldn't have said it was my last match.
Oh, it was so funny. The promoter, but you could retire in Puerto Rico too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, fuck, man, that's a great idea.
Yeah. So speaking of other stories, what GCW does best coming out of this weekend, I feel like I was kind of teetering between which thing to talk about next.
Yeah. We got a lot of directions. A lot of interesting shit happened this week.
Because 2 of them are kind of tied to one another. 2 of the stories are kind of tied to one another. So for the second story, I want to maybe keep with the violent, real nature of it. And we got to talk Rina Yamashita.
Oh, my goodness.
Holy shit, dude. Like that... Okay, so Rina Yamashita won the Ultraviolent title from Alex Colon, who's the kingpin,
Yeah.
He's the man.
Fucking wow.
The first night she won, and then she defended against Sawyer Wreck the next night.
Yeah.
And the fact that she defended that title the next night after the match she put on night 1 with Alex Colon is fucking mind-blowing to me.
Absolutely. And both matches looked fan-fucking-tastic. It was just... everything you would expect, it was Ultraviolent. It was beautiful, man.
Was that one of the greatest death matches you've seen, Mike?
Yes, absolutely.
I think so too.
Since we started the show, absolutely. I don't think that you can come up close to throwing somebody else at it. Too fucking good, man.
It was so good. And like not once. You have all these shitheads that always throw up the intergender conversation, which I get it. I'm very old school in my thinking too. And a lot of times if done poorly, it takes me the fuck out of it. I get it, man. I totally get it. But
very far
never
removed from the Andy Kaufman era, man. I mean,
exactly. But this match, man, even for those people, I would be shocked if that entered your head in this match because the match is so high level. It's deathmatch in its highest form.
Yeah.
Super violent.
Whew.
And Rina, man, stepping up to the plate against the man, the kingpin, Alex Colon. I have a little just highlight clip of this match that will hopefully get your taste buds going and you'll want to watch and order GCW on Fight TV, but this highlight will kind of give you a taste. Let's check it out.
That was amazing. And you know what? The difference between GCW death matches and like yarder death matches is there's storytelling inside the ring.
Yes,
always. And this told a beautiful story. Like, she was the underdog. She was coming in, like, we know Alex Colon, this badass motherfucker, won what, 3 tournaments of death back to back, right?
3 tournaments of survival back to back.
There we go. Yeah, and fucking ridiculous, man. And you're talking, he badass motherfucker. She came out of left field, and like you seen in that spot, she picks him back up and fucking just drives him in the ground. It was beautiful. Rich storytelling, man. Yeah. It
was great. And, you know, this is like the true David and Goliath story. Because if you look at it, Alex Colon kind of took the reins that Nick Gage held and where his kind of legend was born. And then Alex Colon kind of took it from him, and that's been the man. And this seemed like, you know, John Wayne Murdoch took it from Colon in that awesome feud they've had, which has turned into a friendship, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But Rina, man, I feel like this was Yamashita had, it felt like I know she's been doing huge, awesome things in Japan for a while, but as far as America, this felt like her coming out party as a top deathmatch champion, obviously now, but like a top star in that genre.
100%. And like this put her on the map here. You know, this made her one of those people that, like, this is a force not to be fucked with. And she held her own. She not only held her own, she fucking ran shit for a while in that match and looked great doing it. I have nothing but fucking love for Rina, man.
Yeah, so good. Such a classic, iconic death match. Go check it out. You know, and I posted a photo of it, and one of our buddies from the podcast, All Things Wrestling, I believe, he was like, I think these matches
not
are
my thing, man.
Yeah, they're not. They're too much. You know, they're too much. And look, I get it. I used to think the same thing, but then when you go to one and you meet some of these dudes, and you see that if you look beyond just the kind of outside, they are doing more than just your local indie that's telling no stories and just going straight for violence. Like you said, Mike, I think they are telling great stories in the ring. So you got to kind of, it's just a subgenre of wrestling.
Yeah. I mean, listen, just from us covering GCW for as long as we've been doing it, it's not that you grow to love it. You kind of grow to understand it a little bit more, and you're seeing that the work that these guys are putting into it, the crazy shit that goes on, is just filler. You know, they are telling really deep fucking stories, and like Tournament of Survival. I mean, Alex Colon, 3 fucking years in a row. That's huge shit. That's like
there's history to it.
Yeah, that's bigger than winning the fucking Rumble 3 years in a row. You know, that's like winning the Climax 3 years in a row.
Yeah, because these tournaments too, man, you're putting your body on a lot. They're going into death matches with wounds from the last match.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know. I like that you said you grow to understand it, and I think through understanding it, you grow to respect it. Like, it might not be your beef, or it might not be your thing, or you might have a beef with it, but I feel like you got to respect these dudes. And Rina, these girls, Sawyer, Wreck, coming in and just laying their ass on the line. I think it's incredible.
100%, man.
So that was a big story. Now, these 2 next stories are kind of tied in. Let's talk about the big one. This was the big, wild sports entertainment segment of the weekend. The Cardona wedding. And I have a highlight package showing all of the random craziness, and then we'll break it all down, Mike, and talk about this.
Let's do it.
And by the powers vested in me on the internet, Chelsea, you are the most beautiful girl in the world. Shut the fuck up!
My favorite wrestling fucking wedding ever.
That's what I was going to say. Is this the greatest wrestling wedding of all time? I think it is.
From Ali coming out and saying no open bar, I had to pay $11 for this shit, and then bringing out the hairspray, and then Maki Itoh coming out and
Maki Itoh singing. You had Jimmy Lloyd as the ring bearer.
Who forgot the rings?
Yeah, yeah. You've
Maven,
got
fucking Maven was the best, man. It would just get out there. What's up, you fucking hillbilly? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah, the master of ceremonies. He was he was going to marry the man to do the duty.
That was so good, man. And I loved him. Like he was like doing the repeat after me. He's like, I Chelsea, take Matthew, and then he's like, shut the fuck up, don't repeat that, Chelsea. Shut the fuck up.
It was so good.
It was unbelievable. I've never
Cardona's dad takes the light tube.
Yeah, it just sells it like the worst fucking
the worst sell ever.
oh no, where do I go? The crowd was so fucking ready for this, and we were talking about it when it first got announced how awesome this was going to be.
Yes,
and I think it not only lived up to it, but it exceeded our expectations. Man, this was so fucking this was sports entertainment done right.
Yes, yes,
it was so good.
It was so good. It was like the Attitude Era wedding ceremony on steroids, like without any censors. And we everybody called it. I think everybody was thinking Cardona's going to come out and we're going to get Macho Man Miss Elizabeth match made in heaven. He was, they had the purple. He didn't go gold and white. He went purple and white, but total vibes of that. And we also we haven't mentioned, and this will lead into our second story when we get around to it, but Blake Christian giving a hug to Matt Cardona.
Grabbing Chelsea's buttocks too, and somebody in the crowd says, "Hey man, she didn't give consent. That's not right." Maven's like, "Yeah, that's not right." yeah. So good. It was great. There was so many little things that popped the shit out of me. Like when Cardona was making his entrance out, somebody grabbed his tassels on his arm, and he starts fighting with the guy in the crowd. He's like, "Fuck off, kid!" And he starts pushing him and shit. And I was like, "Yes, this is awesome." It was done so stupidly right. It was so fucking fun, and I enjoyed the shit out of it, man.
And this is the perfect way to shift. What we talked about. What's Blake Christian going to do after losing to Mox? They build him up. He had this heater behind him, and then he loses to Mox.
Yeah.
And then the next weekend of events, before that happens, news comes out that he signed some sort of deal with AEW/ROH with I think a focus on the ROH. No details on if it's long term or if it's appearance by appearance. No details on that, I don't think I've seen.
Yeah.
So the fans are already a little like, you're leaving us. So and they lean into it, and what better way to make him a heel than to have him hug Cardona, the most hated heel in the company. A great shift for him when we were questioning, like, what are they going to do with him after losing this title match?
Yeah, no, and it was cool because, like, it really felt like he got to let loose this weekend, not just wrestling, but character-wise. And I think we've seen the most character out of him this weekend than we have in the past. Like, the promo he cuts after this first night match, unbelievable, right? Comes out here goofy as fuck for this wedding.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely. He's got the tied, unbuttoned shirt. He's like, "Yeah, what's up?" And like, nobody was expecting it. And I loved how Maven kept pushing that. Well, if anybody has to object, and the crowd was ready for fucking MDK all day. They chanted like crazy. And then you get Ali, and then you get Blake, and it was like, what the fuck's gonna happen here?
They string you along. Yeah,
very, very well, man. It was perfectly timed. I think this was the funnest non-wrestling segment I've seen in the last 5-10 years.
It paid off because people on social media were getting a little hot because it was taking them time to get everything set up.
Yeah.
I think it was like there was a big intermission before this happened, and I think people were getting antsy. I was seeing tweets like this Cardona wedding better deliver. And I mean, how could you not say this didn't deliver? It was extremely entertaining.
Yeah, I think we had a 20-minute intermission. It was originally 14 minutes, and then they set the clock back to 9 minutes again. Like when it got down to like the 3-minute mark. But I mean, I thought it delivered. I thought it was it was so perfect. The action figures on the cake, the fucking, they had a guest book. People were lining up to sign the fans. They had fucking invitations out there. The candlelit fucking walkway. Yeah. It was done stupid right, man. And it was, if you didn't like that, something's fucking wrong with you, man. You have a loss of fucking sense of humor.
Exactly. No sense of if you look at that and it makes you angry and this is killing the business, you have no sense of humor, man.
Yeah.
That was a great time.
It was stupid fun, man. Kudos to Cardona selling the shit out. Like, I know he's selling his gear right after this, but like he was sitting there.
The figures that will come out of this.
Oh, absolutely,
man. The figures that will come out of this angle.
The way he was bleeding on his clothes, though, like you could see him like pulling the shirt down so the blood was dripping proper. But like he was just, it was so good. Chelsea was cracking up at the end of it, right before they cut off. Cardona's like, "You ruined my fucking wedding," and she starts laughing her ass off, and like. If you could see that they're having fun with it too, which makes it even better. But goddamn, man, it was so fucking goofy good. Like
it was perfect. It was perfect. She's screaming, cake in the face. You ruined my wedding. This was my day. It was so good. Wow, what a spectacle! Like bravo, absolutely. Seriously.
Yeah. And Cardona's history there at the fucking Atlantic Showboat, man, is just killer.
You gotta think, okay, so like, what was it? About a little over a year ago is when he faced Nick Gage, right?
It was Homecoming last
Homecoming,
year.
Is when he won the title.
As close to a year as you can get.
Right. Or no, was that when he won the title or the death match?
No, because it's when, I think it was when he won the death match.
Yeah.
Title was after, right?
No, I think he won it. I don't know. I think he won it there. Yeah, see, look up the GCW results, but you gotta say that from the time they started calling each other out on social media, and I remember the build, like the fact that Cardona was kind of mentioning Nick Gage and Nick Gage started mentioning him, and then it led to this run in GCW for Cardona.
Yeah.
10 years from now, when you look back on the history of GCW, this is a monumental moment in time for that company.
No, 100%. July 24th, 2021 is when Cardona wrestled at the Showboat and won the title.
Okay.
All in the same bout. Crazy shit. So a little over a year, man.
Yeah, you and Sneed did that instant reaction video, I think. That's where it all kind of started. And
did Matt Cardona die?
yeah.
It was so good. But yeah, man, it is a trip to see where this has came in. I mean, Cardona, you could shit on the guy as much as you want. This dude made the last year of fucking independence and GCW a fun time. Like he brought some kind of spice to it that I think wrestling wasn't necessarily missing, but he was missing. He had a very, very lack of character until this came about. This heel shit he's doing is fucking some of the best work I've seen in wrestling in history. Yeah,
and we've talked about how he's the perfect heel for this company. Yeah. Coming in, he's everything they hate. He's sports entertainment. We've talked about that till we're blue in the face, but it's so true. Like he etched out this place for himself as a super heel that no one in GCW could be what he is, because you have to be able to say you've came from Stanford, the Fed.
Yeah.
He's got that history. He's the figure guy, so even that history is going to play into people hating him in the GCW verse. But man, it's wild to think how much shit has came out. Even, go back to World on GCW at Hammerstein.
Yeah.
When they had the X-Pac shit and all of that. So what a run for him. But But with the back to the Blake Christian thing, you mentioned his promo, and we talked about him possibly getting a heel turn at the end of his one match with when he was teaming up with Blake, Oliver, and Wayne. He went for a handshake. They didn't shake his hand. The crowd's kind of booing him. I think they're saying no heart.
Yeah.
You know, he has no heart. Well, all of this, all of these things, the Cardona hug, the fans booing him. We also get this promo he cuts. Now, this is a long one, guys. It's about 6 minutes long, but you will understand the scope of the...
Hey, I'm going to talk anyways. Look. Hey, it's okay. Hey, look, it's been a crazy... Hey, it's okay. Hey, look, it's been a crazy... Is this about the Braun Breaker shit? Cora Jade? What's this about? What's this about? Hey, I wrestled John Moxley 2 weeks ago. I lost. I wrestled Hiromu Takahashi. And I made just a few headlines. Probably one where I did this. I'm not going to confirm or deny.
Like Chris, you're getting up close and personal.
For real. It's like a little campfire story.
Ric Flair, baby, gave you a big fist bump. Yeah, Ric Flair, big dog.
Hey, look.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, look. For real. Let me... All right, I'm going to break this fourth wall for you because this is really serious. As Christian, let me talk to you. I've got to do... It's okay. Watch it online. You'll be able to hear it. The audio and the mic. Oh, yeah. Hey, look. I've got to do some wild shit in this business, for real. In this very building, I wrestled probably one of my favorites in the world to wrestle is Lio Rush. I've watched my best friend go to Japan and become a fucking superstar in Alex Zane. I got to meet one of the brightest young stars who I can call a good friend in Nick Wayne. I've watched a guy who said I would be a fucking superstar before anybody fucking knew me become a fucking beast in this ring and outside of this ring in Jordan fucking Oliver. And God damn it, I love that fucking guy too. I went to WWE. But it's okay. It's okay. I wrestled a guy that I looked up to in Kushida for a title that was held by Rey Mysterio that I watched so many fucking times as a kid as my first fucking match in WWE. Now I get it, the back half of WWE wasn't so good for me. I get it. Ah, fuck that. I get it. But you know what? Fuck it. Because I got to do something that not a lot of people get to do. Hey, for real. I want to tell... I get it. Hey, for real. This guy got me 6 million views on TikTok, guys. This guy right here. Hey, for real, seriously. As Christian, I'm gonna get fucking emotional right here. And I might fucking cry, I don't give a fuck. I told a person... Hey, I'm not leaving GCW. I may not do it as much as I used to, because I will not confirm or deny why, but I'm not leaving GCW till somebody fucking puts me out.
Pretty wild.
I mean, if you talk, he didn't say a lot, not needed to say a lot.
It was the fan
emotion.
reaction.
Yes, and his emotion, too. The emotion was so there. The storytelling was so there. You felt that shit. I loved when he sat on that dude's lap and he starts clapping in his chest. Shut the fuck up. And he's giggling, you know?
The fan, didn't back down. That's what I love about that GCW fan base. He was... Still, shut the fuck up, chance. Guy sitting on his lap. I love that he says, I'm gonna talk to you. This is Christian. It's not Blake Christian. This is Christian. I'm gonna tell you how I feel.
Cannot confirm nor deny.
Exactly. The ROH deal. You know what happened. My only question to you, Mike, is do you think they, after the Mox loss, did they have in mind to flip him? Or do you think this promo was a test to see what they were going to do, to see how the fans would react? And then after this is when he hugs Cardona, he does all of that stuff. So was that promo kind of like Lauderdale testing the waters and to see, taking the temperature of the room, I guess you'd say?
I'll say yes to an extent. I mean, you remember on ECW when somebody would sign a big term contract, you'd get those "you sold out" chants.
Yeah.
Same vibe. Shut the fuck up. Get out of the ring. We don't want to see you here anymore. You turn your back on us. It felt like it was kind of like that as well.
Yeah.
And it was him embracing that moment. Kind of like, fuck you. Let's come on. Let me get serious for a minute. Let me break down. I love him saying, the back end of WWE wasn't good for me, but my first fucking match. I wrestled for that fucking title. Rey Mysterio had unbelievable shit, man. So you could see this kid is not just a great in-ring worker. He's got passion inside, outside the ring, and he could fucking talk.
Yep.
And not be lost. I loved when he teased, or, wrap it up, and he goes to put the microphone down, and he picks it right back up and starts smiling. You feel his vibe, man, and fucking, I'm so happy to see him not move on, but kind of get that opportunity on the grand scheme of things, and it's just fucking... This is great.
Yeah. If that promo was said in any other company, he would have walked out of there the biggest baby face in the company.
Absolutely, man.
But the GCW crowd's like, no, dude, I don't care what you're saying. You signed a deal with the big company. And I think they just want to, it's not like they hate the guy. They're along for the ride of the game, the story and everything, but I think they want to boo him. And that's cool, I think.
Listen, man, you ever your friend gets a promotion somewhere and you like to give him shit about it. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Exactly.
Like, oh, you're not the custodian anymore. You're the general manager. Well, good. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, man, it's totally what it is. But
yeah,
what fucking weekend, dude? Mox retains with the call out title versus career against Gage. Rina Yamashita steps up as a deathmatch icon, taking out Alex Colon, the Cardona wedding, Blake Christian.
The Briscoes.
The Briscoes winning.
About the Briscoes.
The Briscoes win the GCW belts back.
Yeah. Fuck. I mean, this is. I will say this. I will fucking Don West this shit for as long as I can. $20 for fucking. This was 7 hours worth of professional wrestling. You could not pay. I would cancel all my subscriptions just to watch this shit. It is so fucking fun.
It's so worth
every month, man. Yeah, and since we started doing the shows, I mean, things have gotten better and better and better. I mean, here and there you'll get your hiccup show, totally understandable. But I mean, this is storytelling at its purest and finest fucking platform, man.
Oh,
so
absolutely, man. They were firing on all cylinders. I thought it was maybe one of the best weekends we've covered.
Yeah, I will definitely go with that, man. It's just fun, good shit, and it was something for everybody. Like, we had death matches. We had pure fucking wrestling. We got Ninja Mac came back.
Yeah. Killed it.
Yeah.
2 great matches.
Then you get the Briscoes, you get Mox, you get Effy. That shit was so good. I mean, and then you get the Cardona wedding to top the whole thing off. As I was watching that, I was sitting there like, man, you could not have ended this weekend better than keep putting that wedding last. Fucking last on a Sunday. Best shit ever, man.
Dude, and just real quick before we go into top fucking tweets, you talked about, it's gotten better. Production's gotten better every week. They introduced something last episode that we forgot to touch on, and it came back in this episode, and I have to call it out because I love that they implemented this, because it was a little critique that fans were talking about when it came to second gear crew matches. You can't tell what's going on. There's too much shit going on. So they implement the second gear crew split screen.
Yeah.
Where they have multiple cameras following these crazy assholes just wrecking shit during their matches. I love that touch because one, it pops. It's just funny if you know like how these matches go, and it adds a level of flavor to second gear crew. It becomes like a part of their character. I love this shit.
No, absolutely, and it's like it's hard to explain. It's kind of like having your own gimmick going on during the match. Like, if this is your shit and they come out there and obviously reckless fucking crazy chaotic matches, but now you get to see everything.
Yeah, all 3 members just go do their own thing and come back together at some point. But man,
they need their own camera crew next. I think that's like if they're lackeys that come with them to the ring, and they are the second gear camera crew for second gear split screen. So good, man.
All right, so that was the meat. Let's get into some top tweets.
GCW top fucking tweets.
All right. Top fucking tweets of the week around the GCW world. We're going to kick it off with one from someone who was absent. And this is something that you got to kind of take note of. Legendary weekend. Yeah. We talked about this might be one of the best weekends we've watched while doing the fucking GCW show, but Joey Janela was absent this weekend. He was, man. I think he was in Japan with DDT doing his thing. So it's crazy that they put on that shows you the depth of GCW, that they didn't even have Joey and they still put on a banger weekend.
Hell yeah, man.
But first tweet is from Mr. Janela himself.
This month is my 18th year wrestling. And I'm tired, guys.
Yeah, he's hitting a lot of countries. He's doing a lot of big things. Dude's been busting
man.
his ass since leaving AEW.
100%. He's doing best work too, man. I've become a bigger and bigger fan of him since he's left AEW. And I was a big fan of him when he was in AEW.
Yeah, same. Next tweet is from the man, Brett Lauderdale.
Miz indie work rate run would be sick.
Could you imagine Miz in the Indies?
Oh, I think it would be killer. I think it would fucking add a whole new depth to the Miz character, Mizarian persona.
Oh.
I think it would be great, actually. I'm fucking here for it. I wish it would happen.
Him with no filter, where he could just run off. Man, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Next one from a staple of the top tweet segment, Mr. Emo J.
Triple H gets the book, and now Ciampa wins everything. LMAO, I love it. He ain't wrong, man.
Triple H is doing his thing. He's doing what he wants. That's good to see.
Bringing back that black and gold, man.
Yeah, man. He's leaning into it. Next one, we got one of the second gear crew guys. We're going to throw up old Mance Warner.
Ooh, Mance. Mance wrestled for Jim Crockett Promotions. My goodness, did he. What a fucking awesome thing that he gets to claim it.
Yeah, he won the Bunkhouse Battle Royal. He tossed out Bully Ray. Won that. Then he went on to face Moxley. Crazy weekend. Wrestling for Jim Crockett Promotions, then wrestling for the AEW World title.
Yeah, on Rampage, not a dark match, nothing crazy. Like he got some fucking good press out of that, and well deserved, man.
Definitely, man. Next, we got Tony Deppen.
I'm getting increasingly annoyed with my neighbors. They're always blasting Spanish music and having parties, and they have yet to fucking invite me over yet. What an asshole. I love him so much.
Yeah, man. Invite him over.
Yeah.
Those are some of the best parties.
He'll sing We Built the City in Spanish. It'll be great.
Yeah. All right. We got another one from Emil J.
My favorite thing about working for GCW is that Brett literally doesn't tell me anything ahead of time. I find out when y'all find out, no matter if it's dates, locations, venues, matches, who's booked, whatever. I learn when it's announced. It's so much fun for me as a fan first. I fucking absolutely love to hear that, man.
That's awesome that he's finding out when we do. It keeps him surprised. It keeps him a fan in the moment. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's important shit, man.
Yeah. Next tweet is from Mr. Kevin Blackwood.
I remember when the Outlaws pushed Cactus and Terry Funk off the stage in the dumpster. That shit ruined my day. I was like 7, and I was certain Mick and Terry were dead. Me too, man. I feel you, Blackwood.
Yeah, I was right there with you, man. I was worried for him. We got another one from Joey Janela.
There we go. Thanks to Tommy Lee, I now want to post my cock to Instagram, but unlike him, I can't risk losing my account. Fair enough.
Social media, fair. Man, you need it. You need it for those business transactions.
Yeah,
and the last tweet is from Blake Christian.
He quote tweets PW Ponderings. I'm not leaving GCW wrestling. I may not do it as much as I used to, but I'm not leaving GCW until somebody puts me out. And he simply replies with a kissy face.
It's pretty cool, man. That kind of like it answers a couple questions for us. Yeah, he did sign. He is going somewhere else to work. He might not work here as much, but he's probably going to be on that Mox deal where he gets to come back and do spots there.
Yeah, and listen, man, I'm here for it, and you never know where it's going to elevate him to be in a year or 2 or 3 from now.
Yeah. Do you think, him and Johnny Gargano have been teasing this match on social media? Do you think Gargano is Triple H WWE bound, or do you think there's a possibility that match could happen in Ring of Honor?
I would love to see him get that match out of his system, and then go back.
Yeah.
You know, instead of, I mean, he could sign to Ring of Honor, he could sign to AEW. But I think now things have changed so drastically over on WWE's end that they're like, put the circles behind the one, and we'll fucking sign the check.
Yep.
You can come. Your kids will be safe. Your family's going to be protected.
They're pressing for him.
Oh yeah, and they need him too. They absolutely need him, because there is a very, very big lackluster space there for star power right now.
He's a massive star.
Yeah, and he was over as fucking, way more over than Ciampa or you fucking.
He was Shawn and Triple H's boy. I mean, if you put Gargano with the main roster muscle behind him and Triple H overseeing it, he will be a megastar on the main roster. But I think that's what'll happen. I think that's where he goes. The only way I would want him in ROH is if ROH had a weekly TV deal and he was specific to that brand, and Tony Khan brought him in to kind of be one of the heads of this new ROH, then I'd be like, okay, that's cool. But without a TV deal, there's not a lot you can offer outside of entering into a very, very crowded AEW roster. So I think he should go back to Triple H, although it's going to break my heart if he goes back and we don't get this Blake Christian match.
No, I think it would break a lot of indie darling fan hearts, man, and I think Blake deserves this shit.
Yeah,
so I hope it happens before it does happen. Like, I would rather see them just kill it on an ECW show, or GCW, Jesus Christ.
yeah.
and just get it done with before he gets signed, or like have that be like part of his, like, oh, before I come up to the WWE again, I gotta do
yeah
this.
You gotta do that. It would be great to have it on a GCW, and there is a part of me that's kind of like, I do expect Gargano to go back to the Fed, but like there's a part of me, it's like, man, I just would have liked him to have 6 months on the indies and then go back. Like, just, it would have been fun to see him in a different element.
Listen, we could be dead wrong, and he might be really enjoying the meet and greets and really enjoying having that freedom, having the time at home with this kid instead of being on the road.
That's true,
something
too.
That WWE is not offering everybody,
right?
And I would like to see him fucking wiggle on the Indies / Ring of Honor circuit. It would be fantastic, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into our top five, our Ain't No Jive 5.
The Ain't No Jive 5.
Whew. All right, Ain't No Jive 5. This is a very, very hard 5 for me.
Hard 5, and man, it ain't jive.
Yeah, dude, it's a pretty hard one. I'll kick it off, Mike.
Let's go.
So I have at my number 5, I have the Briscoes defeating Los Mazisos for the tag team titles. Dude, what a match. Just here's my one question with this. It was a great match. Briscoes brought it. Los Mazisos, man, they are like lunatics.
Yeah.
They put on some of the best matches, but my one thing with this, do you think they're flip-flopping titles in the tag division too much? I mean, Bussy did have it a while.
They did. No, they absolutely did. They had it for a long time. I think they could have easily threw the Briscoes before Los Mazisos.
Because they just won it last week. It's like,
yeah,
I think Bussy won it from the Briscoes, I believe.
Yeah, they went on a reign for like 3 months.
You
know, it was show after show. They were doing great tag team matches too.
Yeah,
and they just lost it 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah,
and then but I mean, maybe there was something up in the air with the Briscoes, and we didn't know if they were going to be signed. We don't know what the whole backstage bullshit politics is about it, but I'm fucking pumped to see him back.
Me too.
And pumped to see them holding the titles. I think that there was maybe that word got out that they were kind of signed with AEW or Ring of Honor type thing, and they were just like, oh, let's let them shine while we can keep them here. You know what I mean?
And I got to be honest, it makes me wonder about this. I don't think there's a partnership per se, but there's like some sort of friendly agreement between AEW, ROH, and GCW because their guys are being allowed. Obviously, Mox, it's probably in his contract. He's got stroke there where he can do what he wants. But when you have Blake Christian, when you have the Briscoes who are exclusive to ROH being allowed to wrestle in GCW, it makes me think that there's at least a friendly working relationship between these two companies.
Oh, there has to be. Absolutely has to be. And you know what? I think it's a good thing, too. I think it's a really good thing because, A, you won't stale out on talent if you're booked in something, or if you got an angle going on AEW or Ring of Honor and you don't want the Briscoes being in the spotlight. Cool. They got a place they could go hang their head for a little bit.
Yep.
You know, tear shit up over there. Be the Briscoes that you know, they can't be on national television.
Right.
Same goes for Mox. I mean, Mox is still being Mox on TV, but I mean, can't smoke a cigarette in the middle of a match.
Right.
Kiss a dude on the lips all in the same fucking show.
Right. Right.
Gushing blood out of the fucking forehead.
Yeah, and let's be honest. I mean, it's not like everybody's just being friendly and handing out handshake deals. From a business perspective, this is bait for guys, and possibly this is the type of thing in a contract where you can lessen the dollars you have to pay by also offering them the ability to go earn money in other places. So maybe like if you're putting more exclusivity on their deals, maybe you have to shell out a little more money, but you can say, hey man, if you want to go do this, that, and the other, that's cool. As long as we work out scheduling, you can go earn money other places. That's a big feather in your cap in a contract negotiation.
Yeah, that's a Cardona feather in the cap.
Yes.
Yes.
That yeah, the big one. the big feather.
But no,
what's your number 5?
Man. Fuck, man. I have a good tie here. We got Jordan Oliver defeating Ninja Mac. Just it was so good to see Mac back. This was, I think, his standout match of the weekend.
Yes.
And then also the scramble between where Gringo Loco defeated Grim Reaper, Jimmy Lloyd, Axon Ray, Joe Lando, Marcus Mathers. It was not only was it a good scramble, but it was awesome to see Gringo Loco get that victory at the end of it too, man. So
yeah, that's my number 4. That's is the scramble match. Yeah. I feel like we're homers. We're homers for Gringo Loco.
Yeah, I mean, how can you not be? But it's so fucking cool to see him. Like, it was a great fucking scramble.
It was great.
And he picked up the win on it, which was great. I thought the work rate of Jordan Oliver and Ninja Mac was so fucking fun. Ninja Mac looks on fucking par, especially coming back from Japan, man. Like,
he looks so dialed in.
Yeah, like unbelievably dialed in. So like I couldn't twist my arm to pick one or the other, but those are my number 5.
Yeah, great picks. Like Ninja Mac had a great weekend with those 2 matches, and I have at number 4 Gringo Loco winning the 6-man scramble. For my number 4, I have a clip, a little highlight package of this match, and it's the Mega Bastards, John Wayne Murdoch and Alex Colon defeating Los Mazisos.
Hell yeah.
Right around his neck. Hopefully they stay there for the duration of this because he's that good.
Oh, he's that damn good. Oh, the pre-roll is here. You've heard of the Fat Lump. You've never seen a pre-roll with that shirt on his head. This is magic. Break everything. Break everything. Break everything. On the legend. Over the top rope. Up the top. They can't go crazy. Oh, okay, what they do? They go crazy. Here's Murdoch. Destroyer! Destroyer! From the top!
Uso, nobody home!
It's alone! No, he's the capitalize! Oh, the front! And the
Goddamn.
I apologize if you're an audio only listener, Seth. I know you are. Apologize for the wall to wall music on certain things. Gives you a little incentive to watch the video and see all those awesome moves, but
it's
wild match, man. Especially Cologne coming off of that death match against Yamashita. What a match with John Wayne Murdoch.
Absolutely, man. And just a huge shout out to both Cologne and fucking Yamashita. I mean, they fucking back-to-back crazy-ass matches the whole weekend. So it's just wild, man. It was a fucking... That was a bar brawl. Shit.
I love when they were just all hitting each other with the light tubes.
Hell yeah.
Just like... just spooky dust.
No, you get one.
Yeah. Who you got at your number 4, Mike?
My number 4 is Blake Christian and Tony Deppen leading that fucking promo. Blake, he's running on this high right now, man. And I love a good Tony Deppen match. So this is I'm a little on the sweet side for this shit. But yeah, man, I thought it was a fun fucking match. This was that storytelling / good wrestling match.
Yes,
that you really needed to kind of go in between these deathmatch shit and all that stuff. So, and also shout out. I forgot which show it was on, but one of the guys cleaning the ring after one of the death matches, his broom was on a crutch. I don't know if you caught it. I popped so hard. I think it was after the Alex Cologne one. But he was out there with a little fucking crutch with a little broom at the tip of it. I was dying laughing.
That's
man.
Great. That's when you know you're a dedicated helper. You know you're gonna. Yeah, dude. I love that match, and you talked about good story in that match. The booking of it had great story because you've got two guys who just recently lost world title matches against Moxley.
Yeah,
Deppen in New York, Blake Christian 2 weeks ago, and you put them together to have a match. I thought that was really good booking.
It's bittersweet storytelling, man, at its finest. And then you top that off with that promo that we heard earlier, and you're just like, God damn. Because it was a great match, but God damn, you lit that promo up, Blake. That was beautiful.
So that was your number 3, right?
Yes.
Okay, so my number 2.
Number 4. No, we're on number 3 now.
We're on number 3 now.
Yeah.
Okay. So I had, let me see.
You had the tag match, right? Because your number
Briscoes.
No, your number 5 was the Briscoes, right?
Yeah.
Your number 4
5
was the Scramble.
Briscoes.
Number 3 was the tag match. Right?
It was Briscoes, Gringo Loco, Mega Bastards.
There we go.
So I'm on 3. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we are on 3.
We are on 3. Fucking thrown off. My list got fucked up.
Yeah.
My number 3. Yeah. My number 3 is Mox defeating Effy.
Nice.
I mean,
yeah.
Fun match.
Like I said, there's not too many places you could really get into, a match. You're bleeding, you're smoking a cigarette while you got somebody in a fucking lock. You kiss him on the mouth afterwards, and then you fucking offer to put down Nick Gage, like he's Old Yeller.
Yeah.
It doesn't get so much better than that. And
I thought Effy had a great little. I feel like they had a guy come on to do a test run on some pre-match promo packages, because they did have a little 30-second Effy promo that I'm going to play.
Oh, hell
Seems like they're testing out someone after the guy we love left to go to AEW and work.
Please.
Tonight at Game Changer Wrestling Homecoming, Jon Moxley defends his GCW championship against Effy. And trust me, I've heard it all week. I've heard it my whole career. It is impossible for Effy to win the GCW championship from the biggest star in all of wrestling television. It is impossible for Effy to go over in the showboat on Jon Moxley. But I love impossible, and I can't wait.
God, he's so whimsical.
Yeah, it's just fun. I love Effy.
It's like an ultraviolet
That was
version.
my number. That was my number
3.
2.
So is your 2?
Briscoes number 5, Gringo Loco number 4, Mega Bastards number 3, Mox and Effy number 2.
My number 3 and that'll go into my number 2 because my number 2 is your number 2. But my my number 3 was Rina versus Alex Colon and Sawyer Wreck. I thought both matches were fucking awesome. I love Sawyer Wreck too, man. I think she's a fucking champ.
She's a badass.
Great presence in the ring. Looks fucking cool. Different, you know. But both those matches are fucking great. But yes, number 2 for me too is Jon Moxley and Effy. I thought it was so fucking good. And,
so good.
Effy's like if Deathmatch met like Wizard of Oz. Like he's got this beauty to him where he's just so happy. But I love that. I love Impossible. And like he cuts promo there. Like we're done with
He's very whimsical. He's like a whimsical deathmatch.
I love it, man.
I have a little minute clip of just what you guys missed from that match. Again, go to Fight TV, order this shit, watch the whole thing because you're just getting a taste of this, but Mox and Effy was a lot of fun.
Best one.
Headbutt from Mox. Plants him. Leg hooks. 2.
Mox looked like he was gonna. He was eyeballing one of those fans, man. He was like, "What are you gonna do?" Like he didn't know what that guy was gonna do.
The crowd was a little rowdy, man. I'm telling you, when they pulled on Cardona's tassel, he fucking went right into it. He started pushing the guy. He's like, "Fuck off, fuck off!" And I thought it was like a major mark at first, but I've never seen that dude in my life. He's just like GCW fucking psycho.
That's awesome,
dude. What a fucking killer ending to that match too. I love the kiss. Effy's like, "Oh, me?"
Shocked.
Like, he's like, "Yeah, thank you. This is great." And then that fucking ruthless headbutt into the DDT. Oh my god, man! You can't ask for great. Yeah, that was a fucking 2 killer main event matches. It was just fantastic, dude.
Yeah, it was great. My number 1 before we give our best bout. Second Gear Crew defeating Blake, Oliver, and Wayne. Let's take just a little bit of time to look at that one.
Into the corner. Big smash by Justice on Turnbuckle in the corner. There's the Wayne back inside the ring. And once again, the young pillars working together. Look at that! Stunner German suplex combination.
And Wayne takes flight up and over the top. Second Gear Crew is down.
And Blake Christian springboard 450.
It might be time for Doomsday. Holy fuck!
From the headbutts.
Yes! Oh god!
Itoh.
Lubricating the fingers to get in between the eyeball itself.
Sabu's the chair right in his head.
Here's another Sabu. Everything they do.
Okay, into the
Dude, that fucking Doomsday device into a poison Rana was pretty sweet.
Fuck. Before we hit anything else, yes, that's my number 1 too, because that match was just fucking bonkers, man.
Yeah.
Like absolute. You're talking just 2 amazing teams full of 6 fucking lit up individuals. Like I Kevin Gill on commentary. And he fucking Sabu'd the chair in his fucking face. And you're like, oh, he fucking did it again.
It's the best commentary in wrestling. Like,
it is, man.
It's not even close.
That shit was so fucking just wild, though. That was for a work rate match. I think that was the best match of the last month in wrestling history.
Wall to wall,
great, man.
Nonstop,
it was wild. Yeah, just fucking crazy.
Great match. A lot of fun. So yeah, I guess we'll pick our best bout of the weekend. Best bout, I have Alex Colon, Rina Yamashita. Great match.
Yeah.
Just, I think it's the death match of all death matches since we've been covering it. Love this match. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fucking just madness. Really great shit. Good fucking pick. My best bout is the bout of two loved ones. Mine is the fucking wedding.
Oh, the wedding. Yeah, the wedding.
I was pissing myself. It was just silly laughing the whole time. Like, it was so just dumb and good. And I love, there was a spot I missed earlier to bring up the crowd's chanting, "She swallows," or "Chelsea swallows." And Maven goes, no, she doesn't. Trust me, I know. And Cardona looks at him, he's like, "What the fuck, bro?" Like, there was so many little nuances going on throughout that whole thing. It was just so fucking fun, man. And I literally can't. If I was at that show, I'd be high for like 3 weeks just on just good feelings. Like, it was so fucking fun, man.
It was so good. You got, it's worth the purchase just for the wedding.
Just that, yeah. You don't
just
even have
wedding.
to watch the death matches. Just go watch the wedding if you want to. But buy the double dates. That way, support the company because it's good shit. But awesome, man. It was just
so good.
We talked about it enough earlier, but it's just the fucking funnest thing, man.
So good. Other matches, just notable ones we didn't mention, give you guys the results. John Wayne Murdoch defeated Tremont. Another good death match.
Yeah, that was great, man.
Ratty Daddy defended his Extreme title against Charli Evans. We had Nick Wayne defeating Starboy Charli. We had Mike Bailey defeating Starboy Charli. Starboy Charli having a good weekend. I mean,
really
taking two losses,
man.
But a young kid getting in there with some good people.
Yeah. Bailey was great too, man. It was just fun. I love Bailey's entrance now. People are just like, this guy's fucking unstoppable. He comes out with like the triple spinning kick. He's like a Mortal Kombat character.
Yeah,
with way more credibility.
Oh yeah, and you brought up Ninja Max, great weekend. So a lot of stuff, a lot of good things to watch. Let's see who gets the title this week as the BMF of the weekend.
BMF of the weekend.
My BMF of the weekend, Rina Yamashita.
Ooh, it's a good choice.
Wow. Great weekend. She really became a star to me. So,
yeah. No,
there
absolutely. We go. My BMF for storytelling purposes is none other than MD motherfucking.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one too. That match announcement.
He had not only the match announcement, but like
the wedding.
The wedding was fucking awesome. He came out with a little bow in the box. Yeah. He pulls the pizza cutter out. He just starts fucking cutting them up. And like that wedding was like a year of good storytelling in the making, and the payoff was perfect.
And props to Nick Gage for being in, like, playing to the moment when he removes, he's locked in on the camera, removes it, gives the big face. Ooh, like, perfect. Like, he didn't, that's a man who knows the business. He knows the camera's there. He's playing to it. He's not just pulling it out of the box. He's making it a moment. I love that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like you could just see, like, there's a spot where, like, he had the blade actually on Cardona's forehead, and he's like, "Don't fucking move." And, and Cardona's selling the whole time. It was so good. The way it ended with him, Cardona going, "You ruined my fucking wedding," and Chelsea just starts cracking up. And it was, and it's so cool because they don't bring in Brian Myers. There's no Hornswoggle.
Yeah,
they do it just them here, and it's so fucking fun, man. And I love his parents coming out to radio.
Yeah, so good.
Oh, it's too much fun stuff going on with that one, man. It had to be on the list.
Yeah, you got Allie and Blake and Jimmy Lloyd and all of these, like, characters involved. I loved it. It was phenomenal. That's a great Nick Gage being your BMF of the weekend's a great pick.
Yeah, because he was the cake topper. You know, he was the
Oh, yeah.
frosting. He was just like, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Really,
He was the one
shit.
that turned it all wrong, and
Yeah,
like, it went
the
bad.
purple light tubes that got smashed over Cardona's head. It was
Great.
It was so fun, man. Good shit.
Good shit. So, guys, I know this coming weekend we do have Sanctified in Charlotte and Hope to Die in Atlanta. We won't be back. We're bi-weekly now. We won't be back the Monday after that, but we will be back the week after to break that all down and give you the fallout of that and the news that happened afterwards. So,
hell yeah.
GCW every 2 weeks, every other Monday you're going to get us. So we'll be back, but be sure the 19th and the 20th, Sanctified in Charlotte, Hope to Die in Atlanta. We got Japan coming up in the fall. We've got Liverpool, England coming up. There's a lot of cool shows on the GCW schedule. Check them out. See what's coming. Lay your dollars on the line. Check the company out. It's a lot of fun to watch. But now, it's kind of time for us to get back in the spooky dust, Mike. If you guys don't mind, though, check us out on social media. Check us out on all of our streaming sites. theturnbuckletavern.com. It'll take you to all of our stuff.
Hell yeah. It's like when you hit the expressway and you got the 5-lane split up right there. Every destination's on each side of the road, man. You just go to that website, theturnbuckletavern.com. That's your guide, man. Let it be your GPS to some great fucking pro wrestling pandemonium.
Any show on there is worth your time. Even, I watched our Raw Down show to keep me up on Raw and SmackDown. Although the Triple H stuff has me peeking back in, so maybe I'll become a regular watcher once stuff picks up over there.
Yeah.
Also, give some love to our Pod Foundation family, Instagram, Twitter, @Pod Foundation. All the shows on there are worth your time. Chick Foley, Extra Cooler, Coming Down the Aisle, all put out great content. If you follow that social media, it'll keep you up on all of us. We're on there. And follow each individual site because they all put out amazing content. But
yeah,
I guess that's it, Mike. You got anything you want to plug?
Shit. Stay tuned for a hell of a week here at the Tavern. As always, man, we got Fig Night, we got the wrap up, we got the Raw Down, we got the flagship, we got sessions, we got Shot of Nostalgia, we got Before Our Time. We have a conglomerate. We are the fucking network.
Yeah, man, and we even have we even have, for the people that want another fix outside the wrestling world, we have an NFL show with our very own Hawk and J-Bone.
Oh yeah.
The Long Balls is coming, so follow us on social media to stay up on that. And if you like movies, me and Hawk do a little show called Broken VCR every Tuesday, so check all that shit out. Enough shilling. We'll see you next time. Spooky dust for life. Keep grinding that axe, and long live GCW.
Look at fun.
Fucking dick.